Don't let unfamiliar territory distract you from the task of driving. Even if you take a wrong turn, don't let concern about finding your way prevent you from reading the traffic ahead and being ready for an emergency stop. If you have lost your way, don't panic. Just turn into a quiet side street and stop while you sort things out. It's amazing how things change on the road when you change your perspective. In all my driving, I always thought that I slowed up enough for horse riders. But once I started to ride myself, I realised that slowing to 40 or 30 kilometres an hour isn't enough. You really must be ready to stop, because even the rider can never be sure what a horse might do. As a car driver, try to see things through the eyes of other road users. Imagine what it's like for a truck driver to cope with tight situations. By appreciating the truckie's skill, you can improve your own, and it can help you stay out of trouble. For instance, you should realise that in poor visibility, a truck driver simply might not know you're about to overtake. The road ahead might look clear, but you can never afford to relax. You really have to drive as if someone will always suddenly appear on your side of the road. If you have to think about taking evasive action, the odds are you simply will not react fast enough. Develop the habit of constantly looking for an escape route. You never know when you might need one. When your car develops a mechanical problem, don't let it develop into a fatal distraction. Tragically, drivers are even killed by simple flat tyres because they don't think about other traffic. When you do have a flat, always move your car to a safe place before you think about changing the wheel. Controlling braking is a skill that's vital to safe driving, and you can work at developing a sensitive right foot every time you stop. Don't come to a stop like this, plunk. Instead, ease your foot off the brake so the nose of the car is not still down as you come to a stop. Work on a smooth stop and you're less likely to lock up the wheels in an emergency. If you're going to tow a caravan, don't take the task too lightly. A car and a van really amount to a mini semi-trailer, and it's vital to make sure your rig is well equipped and roadworthy. On the other hand, a good driver will try to understand the problems a caravaner might encounter and curb that impatience to get past, impatience that can so easily kill. The best way to handle a skid is not to get into one. That means anticipating slippery surfaces and adjusting your speed accordingly. However, one skid you can learn to control easily is a front wheel skid, when you lock the brakes. While ever the brakes are locked, it's impossible to steer around trouble. Once you lock those front wheels, you might as well throw the steering wheel away. On country roads, one certain killer is fatigue. And even if you don't actually nod off, you can start to daydream. One simple exercise to maintain concentration is to check your distance from the car in front. Pick a point on the roadside and count 1001, 1002. The 2-second gap keeps you at a safe distance. Wherever you drive, there's no shortage of distractions outside the car. But beware too of distractions inside the car. For instance, don't let the task of tuning the radio take over from driving. And if something falls off a seat in the car, overcome that instinct to grab for it. There's a tendency to turn the steering wheel as you lean, and that could mean disaster.